What is up, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Ninokuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Gamescom 2017 trailer is live, plus there's some brand new screenshots. This one is featuring Roland and the two new characters. So Bandai Namco has released a Gamescom 2017 trailer and a new set of screenshots for Ninokuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. The trailer focuses on Roland, although in this article that I'm reading it from, it's spelled differently. It looks like Roland in the first one, then this one is spelled R-O-A-L-D-N. So I'm not 100% sure on that. Sorry if I mispronounce it. But anyway, moving on. A president from Ichi no Kuni, as he is transported to the Ninokuni and becomes a close companion of Evan Pettywhisker, the deposed king of Ding Dong Dell. Two new characters are also introduced. Is it Nera? N-E-R-E-A? Nera? Whatever the case is. The beautiful queen of the land of Thalcia, and Leander, her advisor. Ninokuni 2 Revenant Kingdom is due out for the PlayStation 4 and PC on January 19th. You can check out the trailer right here. Plus, there's more screenshots. Make sure you check out Gamatsu. Shout out to them for the article, and you can see the different screenshots there. But this game is looking beautiful. I actually played the demo for Ninokuni 1 on the PlayStation 3, and it just wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. I just didn't really like too much of the mechanics of the game, but I did realize that it's a very high quality game. It obviously looks amazing as far as the art goes and everything. And I think that this one is actually enhancing what you can do in terms of the combat. It's just a little weird for me as far as the characters and even some of the names. The way this game is played out has a very distinct and certain taste for certain people, but it's good. I mean, the fact that we're getting such a high quality RPG, they actually delayed it. It was supposed to come out this year, but it's coming out next year, and it's coming to PC as well. So it might be something that I take a look at as I delve more into PC gaming, and I have my friends like Natasha help me out because I know she's watching, so she can help me out more with PC gaming. But it's definitely something that I'm looking at, especially with what we're going to talk about later with the whole Rainway app, as far as what you can do from PC to Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about this brand new trailer? In addition to Ninokuni 2, is it one of your most anticipated games? Are you looking forward to the RPG mechanics? Are you looking forward to what you can do in it? And remember, this is also by Level 5. Level 5 creates this, and I think Bandai Namco publishes. So pretty cool stuff from Level 5 as well. So let me know what you guys think about Ninokuni 2, Revenant Kingdom in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article. In Japan, the Nintendo Switch sales have outpaced the PS4 pretty much 2-to-1. So shout outs to Nintendo Soup for the article here, and let's go ahead and get right into it. It has been 24 weeks since the Nintendo Switch launched in Japan and the entire world. The hybrid console has sold over 1 million units thanks to Splatoon 2 and a lineup of big hits in recent months. Besides beating Nintendo's own expectations, the Nintendo Switch has been beating its other home console rival, the PlayStation 4, really badly. A quick analysis shows that Nintendo Switch sales in Japan have outpaced the PS4 2-to-1. In the first 6 months, the Nintendo Switch sold a cumulative total of 1,436,031 units. On the other hand, the PlayStation 4 has managed to sell 653,377 units during its first 6 months. This means that the Nintendo Switch has sold more than double the units the PS4 did in the same duration of time. And you can check out the full breakdown as far as week 1 all the way through. I highly suggest doing so just so you can kind of get a better comparison as far as between the PS4 and also the Nintendo Switch. But I do think that this is somewhat trivial, right? Like, this was going to happen. As soon as Nintendo announced that this system was also going to be a portable and it was going to be a home console, pretty much the fate for the PS4 in terms of Japan was already sealed. It was already sealed because Japan loves portable. The Nintendo 3DS actually outsold the PS2 in terms of total sales in Japan. So that just goes to show you how popular handheld systems are, and it's still not slowing down. You still have around 30,000 to 50,000 people any week, even as high as up to 100,000 people recently with Dragon Quest being launched that pick up a Nintendo 3DS. So portables are going to be there to stay in Japan, whether it's the cell phone, whether it's the Nintendo Switch or 3DS. As long as there's content coming to there, they're going to be around there. And I think the Nintendo Switch is such a unique mix because it really is that Nintendo device that Japanese gamers like, that 3DS, but I also think it's that PS Vita that Japanese gamers like too. So that's the high quality screen, that is the dual analogs on there, and getting a lot of these smaller niche titles that you didn't see on the Nintendo 3DS or on the Wii U, stuff like Disgaea 5. We're gonna have the Atelier franchise in addition to Knights of Azure 2 as well. So I think stuff like that's really going to help, and I think once level 5, and once they start putting their stuff on there, so something like Yokai Watch, for example, in addition to stuff like Inazuma 11, I think the sales are even going to be better than they already are, even though they're already sold out. This is going to be more hype around the system than there already is. Plus, we still need to wait and see what Capcom is going to do with the Monster Hunter. I know a lot of people are upset with all Monster Hunter World and everything, but I truly believe, as far as Monster Hunter goes, there's going to be one on the Nintendo Switch, a Monster Hunter 5 portable, or a game that's made specifically for the system, because you can't sit here and deny the sales of Nintendo Switch. Plus, Monster Hunter Double Cross is coming out very soon in Japan, and I'm pretty sure that's going to do very well in Japan, even though it was already on the 3DS. Japanese gamers love their Monster Hunter, and with this one you're going to be able to play at home and on the go. But outpacing the PS4, it's really not too surprising, because the PS4 is really geared more towards the Western audience. If you look at the PS4 sales, huge amounts in Europe, pretty good amounts in the US. That's where Sony really geared their audience towards. They geared it towards the Western fans, Western gamers, and that's what is selling. And that's where it's really selling more. Whereas in Japan, it's definitely not geared too much, because it's just a really big system. It's kind of loud, makes your room kind of hot at times if you're playing it for a while. Whereas the Nintendo Switch, very light, very small, barely makes any noise, barely makes your room hot at all, barely emits any heat. It's a really technical kind of marvel type of device for the type of graphics and games that you can play, like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or like Mario's Splatoon. Nintendo has the games that Japanese gamers want. PlayStation, they do have some, but the form factor isn't there. And Nintendo has stuff like Splatoon, and they're going to be getting Dragon Quest and other games, so it's just more convenient for a lot of Japanese gamers. So that's the reason why the sales are 2-to-1. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Were you surprised about these numbers? Were you expecting it? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Alright, and moving on to the last article here, I want to talk briefly about a good friend of the show, Spawnwave. He had an interview with Rainway CEO Andrew Sampson, and there was a lot of fantastic information in there. So I want you guys, as soon as you're done watching this video, make sure you check out the full video over there on Spawnwave's channel. I have a link to it in the description below, where he talks to the CEO of Rainway, Andrew Sampson. Let me break down what Rainway is, just for those who don't know. So Rainway is an app that's going to allow you to stream your whole PC library, anything that you have on there, onto different devices. So for example, the Nintendo Switch. You'll be able to download an app on the Nintendo Switch, you click on there, from there or probably boot up your PC, and you can pretty much stream any game that you have on your PC over to Nintendo Switch. You're going to need a PC that can run the game, but from what they're doing and from what he said in this interview, it seems like they're testing out some mid-level rigs, so you're not going to need the highest of the high in order to stream some of your games, but your PC does need to be able to handle the game in the first place. So if you have a broke down PC with no video card or anything, don't expect to be streaming Witcher 3 somehow to your Nintendo Switch. That's not going to happen. But one of the most interesting things in the interview is that he actually said that they're just waiting on Nintendo in order to get the okay as far as putting Rainway on the Nintendo Switch. So that means they're pretty much fixing up everything. Everything seems to be good with the Nintendo Switch, but he also said that he fully expects and feels that Nintendo is going to approve this. He said that he doesn't really think that there's going to be a problem. He said the only thing that really is kind of getting in the way first, as far as them getting it, is probably getting like the apps on there, so stuff like Netflix or Amazon. And you said that Nintendo probably has a little bit more of a priority as far as that goes before stuff like Rainway, and maybe that it can be announced as far as them getting Rainway on the Nintendo Switch after Netflix and after they get all of that stuff on there first. Because as you guys can clearly see, Nintendo is definitely taking their time when it comes to system updates and features and things added in. Now they're getting stuff added in slowly, but I think that they're doing it in a way to where it's not going to be able to hack the system. They're trying to make sure that they really do it the right way, to where it's not huge downloads every single time. So obviously Nintendo's going to wait before they get everything on there. So the Rainway is probably going to have to wait till after that. Now those were his words, but I am paraphrasing, so please make sure you check out the interview so you can see exactly what he had to say. He did share quite a bit of confidence that he feels that Nintendo's going to approve the app after they've been talking back and forth as far as the Nintendo Switch and getting this Rainway app. Now why am I excited for this? Because really what this does, and the coolest thing that John talked to him about as far as the interview goes, is that it's really going to be like a Netflix style service, as far as, not that you have to pay for it, but like the layout. You know, you go into it, you pick the whatever you want to pick, you pick the game that you want to pick, and you start playing. You don't have to kind of boot up your PC, then go through like a browser and see some little clunky thing, then connect it to your Nintendo Switch, then go on your Nintendo Switch. There's not going to be multi-steps to it. You can be on your Nintendo Switch, you can have the app, it's going to be connected there, and then it's going to boot up your PC so you'll be able to play it through your home network that you have connected in, whether it's through Wi-Fi or whether it's through hard router. Now, of course, you want to make sure that hard router speeds is probably going to be the best bet for your network. Then again, they're really working on the latency and making sure that there's no input delay and all of that stuff. And like I said, the interview was amazing. So if you want to get all the details and everything, make sure you check it out. But yeah, I'm super excited for that because I thought that it might have like a clunky interface as well too, where you have to boot up your PC, then you have to boot up the Nintendo Switch, then you have to kind of connect a couple things, then click something on your PC, then all of a sudden it works to where you can stream, where that's not the case at all. You're going to be able to have that app on there and you can just boot that up and then start playing once your PC boots up and goes into the game. So I think John likened it to somewhat like Steam but big picture, where you can kind of just boot up and it goes right into big picture. So I'm excited, man. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to get approved. I talked about this before. I think they're just kind of waiting on what Nintendo has to say on the matter when it comes to after all the other apps, when it comes to the media streaming and all of that. So I think this is going to be good, man, and it'd be really cool because then all of the games that come to PC really will be on Nintendo Switch. You boot up that app and you can play the game. Just buy the game on PC if you have one that can run it. Of course, it'd be great to have the native support from some of these games, but out of all the systems, Nintendo Switch is probably the most beneficial system to this, because a lot of these games might not come to the Switch, or a lot of these games won't be coming anytime soon, and we'll be able to get that whole backlog right there on your Switch. And the reason why people want it there is because of the convenience of the Switch. You can play it lying down in bed, you can play it wherever you want in your house. It's just more convenient than staying in front of a TV all the time and playing. So that's the real reason why people feel that the Nintendo Switch, when it comes to the Rainway app, is more beneficial than PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because a lot of these games you can probably already play on there. With Nintendo Switch, not so much. So what do you guys think about all of this here? And like I said, please make sure you check out the interview over there. Spawnwave, he did a fantastic job talking to the CEO, Andrew Sampson. But I'm excited for Rainway, and I think that it's going to be pretty cool once it gets approved for Nintendo Switch, hopefully when it does, that is. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier, be entered in to win some awesome prizes. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. It lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.